How are y'all feeling about Doja Cat? Not just as an artist, but as like a person.
Kids, and I hope they caught us.
Anyway, hi guys, welcome to my channel. I feel like I should change the environment a little bit. Maybe that would make things spicy, but I also kind of am comfortable in my little corner and I don't want y'all to see what my place looks like, so do with that information what you will. Anyway, howdy, how's it going? My name is Exis and this is my channel Exis Does, and today I'm gonna talk about music. I'm gonna talk about music because that's what I want to do. A lot of people are noticing like a lot of ambiguity and unsurety in the music industry. Apparently a lot of these record labels are going broke. A lot of them are losing money, and it has, gotta itch my wig a little bit, due to like a plethora of things. First and foremost, the pandemic ruined a lot of businesses and kind of like ruined the economy that we are currently living in now. So there was a lot of money lost there. Secondly, streaming. There isn't really a lot of money in streaming anymore. And thirdly, attention. A lot of people's attention is being taken up from other forms of content. Back in the day when I was a youngling, maybe in like the 2000s and in the 2010s, a lot of our time was just taken up by cable television and music, and that's it. And maybe video games, right? Now there's a whole lot of other things competing in. Like one of the biggest social media platforms at the time was Facebook and Instagram, and that was it. So our attention spans are mostly taken from different types of mediums within the social media space. For example, now we have a lot more social media platforms to pick off of. So we have Twitter, we have TikTok. TikTok's a big one. YouTube now. YouTube is, I'm pretty sure YouTube is garnering more attention than like cable television. And then you have video games. Our attention is just all over the place now. So it's a lot harder for people to just garner their attention to music exclusively or streaming exclusively when you can play Fortnite on Tuesday, watch 50 million TikToks on how to cook sourdough bread on Wednesday, and see the latest on what's happening with Krishan Rock and Blueface on Thursday. That's just kind of where we are. Our attention spans are all over the place. It is harder for, I feel like, these music industries to garner our attention exclusively. And what I'm noticing is that it is a lot harder for them to invest in the talented ones that are coming up, that are just trying to be musicians, that are just trying to be pop artists. It's a lot harder to invest in those artists because they don't have a following, they don't have a backing, they don't have influence. And because of just kind of noticing where the music industry is, because I'm noticing that the music industry is losing money, there's also conversations about a lot of people selling their catalogs as well, how there isn't money for artists when it comes to streaming. A lot of artists make their money through like physical copies or from touring, and no one was able to tour during COVID-19. The music industry is in fact in shambles, and I don't know where it's gonna go in the next 10 to 20 years or so. I don't know what's gonna become of it. I don't know what's gonna happen. It's gonna be very interesting. I have some theories. I think while I talk about my theories, I do want to talk about my spicy hot takes about the music industry. Without further ado, let's get ready because Exis does some hot takes, baby. Let's go. All right, so hot take number one. So as far as rap music goes, right? I do not think you are a rapper if you do not produce your own music or write your own raps. I'm sorry, I just don't think you're a rapper. I don't. You could argue that like pop artists, they don't write their own songs, they don't produce their own music, and that's fair. But like when I go to see Beyonce Knowles, right, in concert, I'm not going because I know that Beyonce produced every single song on the Renaissance album, because Beyonce had written every single song on the Renaissance album and is a fabulous songwriter. I am going to see Beyonce on Renaissance tour because she is a talented singer. Her instrument is her voice. She's going to give you performance. She's going to give you vocals, okay? Even with Britney Spears, right? She's an entertainer. You go for like the story she's going to be telling in her music, with her performances. So with hip hop specifically, because to me, the medium feels like it relies solely on how hard you push your pen and your artistry through your penmanship, I can't get past the fact that some of y'all out here are not really rapping if you have a ghostwriter rapping your lyrics for you. Or even if you did have a ghostwriter making the lyrics for you and then say you're producing the music, like that's fine. But if you're not even producing the music, then really, I mean, what did Remy Ma say? You're just glorified karaoke artists? You really are. But here's the thing. If you can put on a performance, like for example, I think Cardi B puts on great performances, then I think you have space in the music industry. I just do not think that you are a rapper, like a rapper's rapper, and that's okay. You don't have to be nowadays in the hip hop industry. You don't have to be a rapper's rapper. But I think because of the amount of work that a lot of people have put into the game, have fought and scratched to curate it into a medium worth taking seriously, I personally just don't feel like if someone has to write your own raps and someone has to produce your own beats, like outside of you reciting it, and then not only that, the gag is you're reciting it on a backtrack too, like what are we actually doing here? And I think this goes to allowing just anybody and everybody to kind of infiltrate the space of hip hop. And I think we're kind of peeping game now, and we're kind of seeing what happens when we let these labels kind of just put on us what they think is cool and it's just not clicking. So I don't know, that's my hot take on that. Next one. The reason why pop music is bad is because a lot of these labels are not investing in their artists like they used to anymore. That's what my take. You look at Cardi B's Bongos music video, and she had to pay for that all on her own. Even smaller pop artists like Normani, I feel like Normani would have really taken off in a different era of music, like say maybe in the early 2000s or like in the 90s, because she gives me that energy that if you tell her what to do, she's probably going to do it and she will be okay with it. But because I think that someone like a Normani doesn't really know what she wants to do, and she doesn't have enough artist development for her to evolve and to figure out what she wants to do, she's kind of been left to the wayside. The reason why pop music is dying, like bubblegum pop music, like Britney Spears, Oops, I Did It Again, Rihanna, Beyonce type pop music, pop icons like that are dying out, is because these labels are not funding a lot of these artists. These artists are funding their projects. These artists are funding their music. It's unfortunate because I personally feel like someone like an Ice Spice could do wonders with some artist development, but I don't think they're gonna give that to her. Even like look at the pop girlies of today, right? Like there's few and far in between. The unicorns of music right now are like Doja Cat and Olivia Rodrigo. And there is some honorable mentions with like Billie Eilish maybe, but like I don't know what's going on with Billie. I don't know where she is. Maybe she'll release a surprise album sometime this year. Or Sabrina Carpenter, which, side tangent, all right? I don't know a lot about her because when Sabrina Carpenter was ushered in, I was on my way out from Disney Channel. I was watching other things. And what I noticed about Sabrina Carpenter is like apparently there was a lot of hype behind her. A lot of people liked her. A lot of people liked her vibe, her aesthetic, and all of that. And then I started hearing that people were comparing her to Ariana Grande. And I was like, why are y'all out here comparing this woman to Miss Ariana? What's going on here? What's happening, right? Like I tried to see what the hype was about her being compared to Ariana. And what I realized is after I listened to like a few songs from her, like what, Nonsense, I can see why y'all feel like Sabrina Carpenter would be like the sister size to Ariana Grande. I'm gonna be real with you. The reason why Ariana Grande stood out as an artist wasn't just the aesthetics alone. It wasn't the high ponytail. It wasn't the foo-foo feminine queen, like hyper femininity, bimbo queen energy, right? It was the vocals. And so you see where I'm going with this, right? Like, while Sabrina Carpenter is talented and fun in her own way, the vocals aren't giving what Miss Ariani gives. And so when you sit here and tell me, someone who's like already not into Disney Channel drama, who's ushered her way out of Disney Channel, who's a grown-ass adult out here watching anime and other stuff, right? When you sit up here and tell me that like, oh, Sabrina Carpenter is gonna be the next Ariana Grande, I'm like, okay, so this bitch can sing then, right? And then I realized that like, she can sing in the same way Taylor Swift can sing, but she can't sing with the S-A-N-G. And like, that's what I was looking for. I do not think we should compare Sabrina Carpenter to Ariana Grande. Maybe in looks, maybe like with the pink and everything, but like, I'm sitting here thinking, oh, if they were both on a song, they would body it. And it's like, no. Like, if Sabrina Carpenter was on a song with Ariana Grande would be carrying that song on her back, respectfully, you know. And I'm not even an Ariana Grande fan. I'm calling a spade a spade. I'm calling it what it is. It doesn't mean that Sabrina isn't a fun time. I just feel like Miss Carpenter's in her lane. She's in her lane. I like the bad girl image that she gives. But moving on with Gen Z talent, my next spicy take. So Miss Olivia Rodrigo. Okay, so there's a lot of hate towards Miss Olivia Rodrigo. Y'all don't like her. Y'all like, and when I say y'all, I don't mean like, well, no, I do mean y'all. Like, I do. And it's not just angsty teens who just want to be different and listen to Billie Eilish all day. It's also like fully grown adults that are like my age that are like, isn't she basically trying to do Avril Lavigne? And it's like, yeah, that's the point. Like, she's trying to reincarnate pop punk, but in a very like teenage ratty girl type of energy. You know, if Regina George was very much so into Paramore, that's what she's trying to give, right? Y'all are over here just like, I don't like her, she's too basic, she's fun, and I like her music. You know, I don't listen to her music all the time, but the songs that I have listened to, they're pretty good. She writes her own music, and then not only that, she sounds great live. So I just don't understand the hatred for Olivia Rodrigo outside of her taking the cool punk poppy, sometimes obnoxious elements of punk pop music and incorporating it into her sound. I think there's something wrong with that. I do believe though that Taylor Swift walked so that Olivia Rodrigo could run, and I'm okay with that. I love Miss Olivia Rodrigo for that reason. So she should keep doing her thing. I don't understand why y'all hate her so much with the music that's coming out. Is the hate because, so I learned about bot streaming today. Is the hate coming from like her music getting streamed? That's the third fire truck today, guys. Is the hate coming from the fact that y'all suspect her music isn't that good and that she's getting like bot streams? Because I don't think that's true. I like what she's doing with her music. I like that she writes her own music. So yeah, I don't know. All right, next take. Doechii is severely underrated. Doechii's gonna give you the weird quirkiness of Doja Cat without like posting a picture of herself with a white supremacist t-shirt on Instagram. Doechii's gonna serve. I love Doechii. I think she's incredibly talented. Doja Cat, good artist, but like, I don't know. I don't think she likes it anymore. I think she does and she doesn't, but I'm not gonna touch that. Anyway, but Doechii though, Doechii's that girl. She's very talented. She's severely underrated. She can rap really, like she can rap. Can we talk about, next hot take. The pop artists out here are out rapping the rap girlies, and it shows. I'm sorry. Doja Cat is out rapping y'all. She's out rapping. She's low key on the low when it comes to flow and like bars. She's out rapping y'all, but like especially Doechii, she's out rapping you guys. Okay. I also want to add that Doechii reminds me of a quirkier Lauryn Hill. I don't know why, but I think it's because I listened to her first EP. It was giving me very much so like self-awareness, finding yourself vibes, young alternative black girl, but also with some religious undertones about her talking about how no weapon will be formed against her and how God's on her side. And it was giving me very much so Lauryn Hill, but if Lauryn Hill grew up in an era where Fall Out Boy existed and she was listening to that on repeat. Like I don't know, it's a very specific genre of black girl, okay? Like I don't know how to describe it, but yeah, the pop girlies are out here out rapping a lot of these female rappers, even these female rappers with ghostwriters. We need to bring back rap music again. We need to bring back lyricism. Anyway, next take. Okay, so I just discovered who Tate McRae is the other day. I like saw her music video for Greedy. She put such a smile on my face. I'm actually really into her. I'm gonna be a little messy. A few months back, Addison Rae came out with her mixtape, her EP, and everybody said it was really good and she did a great job. I really want to challenge that by saying, was it really good, or do we just miss the early Y2K production sound? Because I feel like anybody could pick up that sound and it would be really good. And I'm seeing like the parallels between a Tate McRae and an Addison Rae, but I think there's a difference between someone who does pop music versus someone who's an actual pop artist. Addison Rae does pop music, and she does pop music because TikTok allowed her to have that leverage, use her fan base to support her. Tate McRae though is a pop artist. Like, I didn't even know that she was actually like writing her own songs, and she can dance. The girl can dance. Again, not to compare here, but Addison Rae does dances. Tate McRae is a dancer. It doesn't mean I didn't enjoy Addison Rae's EP. It was cute, but like, it was cute, right? Like, there's just an energy that Tate gives that I think will take her far. And I really hope she does go far. She seems like a fun time. So, okay, so very short one. Tyla isn't the next Rihanna, and we need to stop acting like she is. Tyla is her own person. She's incredibly talented, and I didn't even know she sounded really well live until I listened to her on the Jimmy Kimmel show. So yeah, she is not the next Rihanna. Stop comparing the two. Leave that alone. All right, next take. Victoria Monet is also severely underrated, and I don't know why, because people actually like her music. People actually like her album. She writes her own music. She sounds amazing live. She can dance really well. Another reason why I think the music industry is flopping is because y'all are just not investing in talent like y'all used to. You're literally leaving the people who are actually talented to fund their own projects, and in the same breath, you all are putting on mediocrity. Music needs to stop doing this, because artists like Victoria Monet should not be dismissed. They should not go under the rug. They should not have a chance to perform at the VMA Awards because it's not their time yet. Like, huh? Girl, what? Who? Like, in the next year or so, if I see one more Build-A-Bear rapper come into the mainstream, Build-A-Bear artist come into the mainstream, have all their music pushed by bots and whomever else, get to take up space in the Billboard Top 100 by giving us absolutely nothing, not even the bare minimum, and some Hilary Duff performing live at Good Morning America levels of nothing, I am going to lose my mind. Just actually invest in artists who are meant for this, okay? The next female rapper you get, I don't care if she's light-skinned, biracial with the good hair, Becky with the good hair. I don't care at this point. That's y'all, the game that y'all play in Hollywood. Fine. Please make sure she can rap. Just make sure she can rap. She can carry a beat. She can rap. She knows how to write her own lyrics. Like, just stop playing me for dumb right now. I know the music isn't meant to be consumed by me. It's meant to be consumed by younger people as well. I'm just kind of an afterthought now, but I'm pretty sure the younger people are picking up. There's a reason why Sexy Red is taking off a lot faster than someone like Ice Spice. Real recognizes real. It's not working. Industry plant tactics aren't working in 2023 anymore. Try a little harder. Do a little better. Anyway, moving on. So I think I'm gonna end this with the final take of the evening. This is going to be the most conspiracy theorist that I'm going to get. I personally do not like conspiracy theory content. I hate it. It's like super incorrect, but I feel like I'm right when I say that AI is going to have a really big space in the music industry. And I'm just gonna leave it at that. Like, you can already see it, how we're getting these AI generative music covers, you know? Like, it's cute when we can hear Patrick Star do a cover of Snooze by SZA, but in the next 10 years, we're probably gonna see AI do a little bit more than Patrick Star and SpongeBob SquarePants covers. Get ready, guys. I have a prediction that in the next decade or so, the next 10 to 20 years, music will not be the same. The industry will not be the same. Things just won't be as they once were. Like, so they've already started with avatar musicians like FN Mika. I mean, Gorillaz has been on that game, right? Like, we're probably gonna get more artists that are like Gorillaz, you know? And I think it's because investing in an actual person, there are some risks. I mean, look at Doja Cat, right? She's acted all the way a fool. When you're dealing with people, things can get messy, so. But that is my spicy takes about the music industry video. What are some of your spicy takes? I'd like to know. So yeah, let me know how you feel about the upcoming talent in the music industry, where you think the music industry is headed. When I first started shooting my videos, I started here and now I'm all the way down to here, right? The proof's in the pudding. I feel great. I feel fabulous. So yeah, drink your water, have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will see you next time, all right? Take care. Bye. Mwah. Oh.